Yeah, what up, it's your boy ReezyReHD. Is it weird to have Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain on the Xbox? The original Metal Gear Solid tactical espionage action was released exclusively for PlayStation on September 3rd, 1998. 15 years later, Metal Gear Solid 5 will be released on multiple platforms. Gamers that played the original have fond memories of bracing themselves against the wall, pressing circle or triangle, and knocking on the wall. The guard would then say the line that's famous now, "Huh? What was that noise?" It would draw the attention of the guard, and then you'd use a stealth tactic to lure them and carry on in the opposite direction once they came over to investigate. We also have great memories of contacting Otacon on his frequency and asking him for guidance as we progressed through the game too. This game had tremendous commercial success, and that prompted the release of subsequent titles on the PC and the Xbox. Although I understand the logic behind why it's on Xbox and the business reasons, it's still just a little weird. Many versions of this game have been released for the Xbox over the years, but one in particular was virtually impossible, and that was Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. Metal Gear creator Hideo Kojima did state that the reason why the fourth installment wasn't released was because the game had data that was just too enormous. The Xbox 360 used DVD, and the PlayStation 3 used Blu-ray. An Xbox 360 version of the game would have required about 7 DVDs. Kojima went on to say that perhaps it will be released on the next console. 7 years after Metal Gear Solid 4, The Phantom Pain will be a multi-platform release, including the Xbox One. If you're thinking, oh, big deal, it's multi-plat, or oh, console wars are stupid, this isn't really about that. It's more about just how weird it is for someone who has solely enjoyed this series on PlayStation and PlayStation alone. It would be a completely different perspective for someone who got into this series late or didn't own an original PlayStation or a PlayStation 2. During a PlayStation meeting, Kojima once said, "I don't want to limit it to any one platform." That statement held true. A Metal Gear Solid game was even released for the GameCube back in the day. Yes, the GameCube. This franchise has made Konami over $1 billion to date. Guns of the Patriots alone sold over 6 million units. So in comparison, the Xbox One can handle the amount of data that Metal Gear contains. Even if they were to release a 7-disc version of Metal Gear 4 back on a 360, the amount of data compression that would have been necessary for it to run was just too much. Xbox One has the hardware and the current Blu-ray media capabilities to deliver Kojima's masterpiece. Notice I didn't say Konami's masterpiece, but I suppose not enough to run it at 1080p, 60 frames per second. While we're on the subject of resolution, let's quickly discuss a few recent aspects of the gameplay. The Phantom Pain has been confirmed to run at 1080p, 60 frames per second on PS4, but not the Xbox One. The Fox engine is possibly one of the best lighting engines ever, and is definitely utilized in Metal Gear 5. Another little tidbit would be that there is no difficulty setting. This game has been known to have multiple difficulties to choose from, so it will be interesting to see how no difficulty affects both veterans, rookies, and players who truly capture the essence of this game and rely solely on stealth. Let me throw a few hypothetical scenarios at you if you still may not see how it's even remotely weird. Picture Gears of War being released for PS4. Visualize Uncharted 4 coming out for the Xbox One. Imagine Halo 5 coming out for both the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 this fall because the commercial success is just so great. See, at first you might think that's too grand a scale or too far-fetched of a comparison, but it really isn't. It's a legit comparison. There's also a little irony here. Metal Gear 5 will be released on PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and yes, Xbox 360. So Guns of the Patriots was a no-go in 2008, but 7 years later, The Phantom Pain is dropping on 360? Alrighty. Gamers that have the option to buy The Phantom Pain for either next-gen console will most likely factor 3 things first. Which console does it perform better on? Which console their friends are getting it for Metal Gear Online purposes, and just off of pure essence. There's a certain mystique surrounding Metal Gear Solid, and I just think having Snake on the cover of a green box is weird. Let me know down in the comments below what your take is on this. Do you not think it's weird at all? Do you think more exclusives need to become multi-platform? Do you think Konami is just trying to have one last hurrah and go out with a bang by satisfying all gamers who may not have a PlayStation before they abandon us console gamers and go strictly toward the mobile gaming market? Alright, whoa. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. Alright guys, I still have to go pre-order this. I hope you all have an awesome day, and crank that like button if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe as there's much more on the way. Alright, I'll talk to you in the next one. Skit!